Good morning, folks. Good morning, folks. That goes for you, Time Capsule. Thanks for joining this morning. I know you're on your way out your door, but I want to say thanks for taking me with you this morning, wherever your adventures may bring you. Today is December 16th. I'm Brody Alfonso, setting up for the day to wish you a happy Friday. Time Capsule, thanks so much for joining us and taking us along with you wherever you may go. Safe adventures. We're looking out for you in the big world. The fans of Magic the Gathering, this is December 16th, 2022. I'm Brody Alfonso. We're here for some magic talks and some magic stocks here this morning. We want to talk about magic card prices. I'm happy to have you folks here. Just want to say good morning to you folks. I got a little coffee in my cup here. Got some news from the news desk. We're going to check the news desk over at MTG Stocks, see if those folks have anything interesting for us to say here this morning. It's good to be here. Time for a little sip of coffee. What do you got on the go today? It's Friday. It's Yabba Dabba Doo Day. We're waiting for the horn to blow just like Fred Flintstones. We're going to saw down that dinosaur's tail. Let's start the morning off with just a little sip of coffee. It's got that full body flavor this morning. Okay. Ah, that's better. We're going to check the price of Hasbro stock here this morning. Take a look and see what's happening, what's moving. And yesterday, I posted a short. Morning, Dual Brain. Thanks for taking us on your adventures this morning. Whatever you're doing, do it safely. Whether you got us on the dash of your car, in your pocket, the back pocket, shoveling snow, you got us laid down, maybe just on the kitchen counter. Wherever you take us with you, we're happy to be there, enjoying your day with you, wishing you well. Let's go. It's Friday. Ed, the Dual Brain, what do you got going on the channel here this morning? There's always something cooking over at the Dual Brain channel, the most thinkingest man in the game, Magic the Gathering. Wishing you some cheer. Cheer is near and dear. It's Christmas time in the city. I am I am so happy you said that. Thanks for hitting the button. If you don't mind, today is going to be the last Magic Stocks and Magic Talks until the new year. We're going to be off until sometime after the new year, enjoying our holidays with the loved ones, festivities, and playing some Magic the Gathering. Actually, we're going to be heading over to Garrett Jotter's place. Going to throw together a Pioneer deck. Probably going to go with a mono red Chandra's deck, so that should be interesting. Had a really cool deck list put up yesterday by Alan Cohoon. So that's what we kind of got planned. But don't worry. You haven't seen the end of me. Oh no, YouTube. You haven't seen the end of Brody. You haven't seen the end of this program. No sirree. We are just getting started. This year has been pretty good. I gotta say, I do want to thank everybody for the support on the channel, getting out and really making this a great experience. So thank you very much, everybody, for who's tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. Let's get stuff set up here this morning to look at the charts, see if there's any price action. We may be able to check the box price here this morning, see if anything new is happening there. And might get my epic pencil out this morning. Have a little sip of coffee, hit the tunes, and just sit back by the fire and relax for a minute here. We get ready to run this list. Let's see what's new over at the news desk here this morning. Stock desk, let's do it. Let's take a look. What's going on over here? Any new articles? We need some new articles from these folks. Nothing has been out since they gave us this article on the 11th. We hit the refresh button. We don't want any stinky old magic news. No way, not here on the channel. That's not how we roll. We want the freshest of the fresh, straight off the right off the dock. We want the freshest magic news the internet can provide. That is right. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Like I say, we'll be bringing you some other content videos. You know, Brody's always got something on the go. All right. Doesn't look like maybe we're gonna refresh this a couple times throughout the show here. We're gonna be on just past the hour this morning. We're gonna have some discussion with you folks. Hopefully you guys are in the comment section. Maybe a little deck tech this morning. I do want to the Pro Tour is back. I gotta have a sip of coffee. That does it. I gotta have a sip of coffee. Yeah, you heard did you just hear me right? The Pro Tour is back? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was this ad. Yes, there was an ad that I saw on Twitter discussing Magic and the Pro Tour, the return of the Pro Tour. So I made a little buzz clip about it. I don't know how many folks are excited to rejoin the Pro Tour. I missed the Pro Tour. I was like the thing that, we all wanted to become a pro Magic player and be able to get paid to go to events. So the other thing that I noticed that was announced on the site when we looked at it was the badge prices. It looks like another Reed Pop event. The badge prices are similar to what we saw at Magic 30, and the whole it's only the beginning at Magic 30. That makes complete sense because the $700 Black Lotus package is back. I says, pardon? I walk into the room and the guy looks at me, says, Macho Bro, the $700 Black Lotus package is back. Well, right. You heard me right here, folks. That's right. $700 Black Lotus package. So they've got the Black Lotus VIP entry. There's the Commander VIP at $350, and then there's another one. But the point is, the pricing is still the same. The $700 Magic event, right? Like, is that how it's gonna be? Mom, Dad, can I go to the Magic the Gathering event in Philadelphia? And I want the Black Lotus package for my birthday. $700. I think that's some price anchoring. That's what we call that. What's that called, Brody? What's that called? Yeah, it's called price anchoring. They set the price anchor last October when we did the Magic 30 Las Vegas. Price anchoring was $700 for the VIP. So like going forward, that's going to be a reoccurring thing. So hey, if you like that price, don't wait till you. If you don't like that price, wait till you see the next one. All right, Hasbro stock. How are we doing? Let's take a look at some Hasbro stock. We got to do that here this morning. On all in now. Sit on down. We're gonna walk them by one at a time. Let's take a look here. Okay, it's down 1.23%. Now, we've been saying this for a little while. If you don't like tracking the prices of Magic cards and stock prices, like let me do it for you. Does it seem boring to you? Is it something like you don't even care to do because it's just a bunch of numbers? New set comes out and the prices change and some cards go up and some cards stay the same. Let me do it for you. I'm doing it anyway. I'm here every morning. You don't have to watch those prices all by yourself. You can tune in. We'll have some discussion. Usually we have a little bit of tech in the chat. So like we're down. Whoa! Look, epic. Brody's epic pen is rolling here this morning. Okay, let's just get that just down to size. Look at this. Woof. Okay, so we're down 1.23%. Like a little bit of this hump and bump, right? Stock price seems to be banging its head off of this level. It's a head banger, Brody. A head banger. Yes, but all in all, this thing's down 1.5 on a 1-day chart. All right, well, what does that mean? Well, we've kind of been watching this thing go slowly down and to the right, just sort of gliding like this. We love it. Here's the stock price, Hasbro stock price over the year, all the way down from 100. Yes. How far will it go? How low can it possibly go? I don't know, but you're doing a very good job in testing to see how low. Any lower, it's gonna end up in Brody's cup of coffee. Hey, get out of here, Hasbro. Stay away from my cup of coffee. Jeez, this thing is gonna land in my lap here pretty quick. All right, it may end up right in Brody's lap. You heard it here, folks. All right, let's take a look at the 1-year chart. Hasbro stock. Yep, 5 years. Yeah, okay. Well, c'est la vie. It's testing new lows. What was the lowest of the low? All-time low. $53. 51.87. Can we retest that? Right around here? You know, this was the all-time low. $51.87. Just give me a second here. Let's look at the max chart for a second. I want to see like what's on a timeline of a maximum timeline. Maximum. Yes, so we have this like this low here. Yeah. It's going to touch cloth right here. This is literally the stock touching cloth. Toyco tanking during Christmas. That's a toy company tanking during Christmas. That is not a great sign. This is touching cloth. This is sort of like going over a train track, and you have to go to the bathroom and like just a little bit of something kind of might sort of touch down there when you whoop, and then like this here, I think this is just straight up uh right here. This is just straight up they're getting ready to like I can't make it. Right? They're just like, "Uh-oh, I'm not going to make it to the house." Right? So we're going to see how far down this ends up going. But the toy company in Christmas is a pretty that's a that's a pretty interesting point you make. Did you hear about the return of the Pro Tour? Does anybody care? Man, it's fine. It's fine. I can finally quit my job.
Buy low, sell high, that's my motto. I may just quit my job at the power plant and become a full-time stock market guy.
Yeah, I can finally quit my job and just go full time on the Pro Tour because that's been the dream all along. Doing the Magic Stocks is just something to get me by until the Pro Tour kicks off again, and then Brody can turn pro with all that sponsor. Yeah. Are you excited for that? I know I am. The Pro Tour is back. Let's be interesting. I want to see how long it lasts. I'm so wishful and optimistic. There are so many cool things we can do. Hasbro stock during the okay, so maybe we'll have something interesting to report over at the news desk. It's okay. It's okay. It's taking a little bump down. I'm just gonna build myself a coffee here. I'm gonna flange up a coffee. Got to get a couple screwdrivers together, hammer, nails. I'm gonna build me a cup of coffee. Morning, folks. Coach, I've announced just a moment ago that this, and this just in, this is gonna be the last episode of Magic Stocks and Talks for the year. It is Friday. So yeah, we have a due date. We're going to be taking a break until the new year. Going to be spending a little bit of time with the folks. So thanks for all your support, and you enjoy the holidays. Happy holidays. I hope you have a great one. We'll be there with you in spirit. So let's make it a good one, shall we? All right. Filled with news and all kinds of events. The Black Lotus package is back. Brody's out of Twitter jail. So that's pretty cool. And we're going to do the movers and the shakers list. Time capsule or anybody in the chat, you want to give us what do we want to look at today? Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going to go to the all list. Let's refresh this. We're going to refresh the movers and the shakers. We don't want any stinky movers, stagnant shakers. We want the freshest of the fresh for you folks here today. December 16th, the fans of Magic the Gathering who love the game as much as I do. Hit me up in the comment section. What are we going to run? All list. We're going to look at the Phyrexian list. I've got another list from the coach on the box prices. We want to look at the box prices. That could be fun. Doesn't it look fun? Okay, let's do that. Let's just have a look. We're going to look at box prices until somebody gives me a comment in the comment section below where to go next. We could just pick a random D20. Okay, Phyrexian will be one. Bundles, $41. Collector booster. Cool. Phyrexia all will be one. That's this stuff over here. Dominaria Remastered. Collector Booster Box, $293. Looks, I see a lot of red over here. I see like a lot of red. A red color, like price go down. Not necessarily what you'd want to see if you're selling these things, but let's see here. What else we got? Phyrexian will be one. Sealed boosters, Journey to... There's all kinds of stuff here. Throne? Were the Spark booster box down to $173? Dominaria United. Double Masters 2022 Collector Booster. 305. Even that's down. Dragon Maze. It's got everything here, Coach. I'm going to have to take a look at this list a little bit over the holidays just to familiarize myself with the ordering of this list. It looks like a good one. Thanks for the tip. Pretty interesting. All right, what are we going to head next? Let's hit the movers and the shakers lists. Refresh over here. Maybe Brody's got to check the Discord. Let's check the Discord real quick because sometimes there's like a new article. Nope, nothing new. Right? It's like, where'd you hide the articles? Nope, no articles for Brody this morning. Sorry. Don't they know it's Friday? Like, come on, Arjun. Yeah, you got to get up pretty early in the morning. Let's hit that like button. All right, all list, legacy list, vintage list, pioneer. On the all list, we're seeing the Moxen up on them. The Mox Emerald from Unlimited. Okay, now there's like a price. Let's look at the weekly change. Weekly change. We got the Time Twister in beta. Our main weekly gain this week, the largest dollar gain of $4,500, sitting at 32,000. Mox Emerald and Unlimited up a bump to 37.9. That's 70% increase. So like over the week, the Mox Emerald seen a push up. So some of these classic old power cards. I'm so interested in like the price of the power right now. Like I think like this, we talked about price discovery the other day and like how like when a new product comes to market, it takes a while to like find the ceiling and then the floor. Price discovery. So it's like there's some new price discovery on the old power, right? You got some movement here. Collectibles, the swords, the plowshares in Alpha, Alpha Balance, Alpha Mox Jet. Ooh, what a nice card. At 11. Seems interesting. An unlimited Mox Emerald would be 9, and then Alpha Mox Jet's 11. It seems like a little bit of price disparity there, but nevertheless, that's what this algorithm is giving us to look at. Hey, Johan Matuzzi, happy holidays, buddy. Thanks for joining us and taking us on your adventures this morning. Happy to be with you, buddy. Happy holidays. I'm gonna have a little sip of coffee. This is gonna be our last episode for the year until the new year. I'll probably be doing some other content. So I just wanted to say thank you for checking out the channel, Johan. All my regards, warm regards to Sweden. I think Santa Claus gets to your place first, so I hope you get everything that you asked for on your Christmas list. Glad to have you with us here today, Johan. We're just doing a little bit of morning magic stocks and magic talks. It's Friday, right? It's yabba dabba do time. Everybody's getting ready to duck out for the weekend. If you haven't brought your deck with you, and you're not going to Friday Night Magic, at least stop in here in the morning for some magic stocks at Brody's on Friday. Friday morning magic stocks. It's a good time. Let's check it out. We're looking at this weekend recap here. We got Johan, Dual Brain, Time Capsule, and the coach. We're hanging out, talking some magic stocks on Friday morning. Just having a good time, relaxing, start our day the right way. Just like if you don't like checking magic card prices and like looking at all these numbers moving with new sets coming out, and like with new sets coming out all the time, like it's weird what it does to the prices. I'm seeing some price disparity in the top movers and shakers with the power, and like some price rediscovery with some of these high-end power cards. The Library of Lang, that actually made it right into the weekly winners, up 73%. We talked about how great this card is. The Library. Man, I really like this card. Winter Orb sunglasses. Awesome. So that's the change of the week. What else we got here? Clone. Alpha Clone on the daily change. This looks like a fun list. Oh, we have to do the all list. We do. There's a brain card in there. Johan, what list do you want to look at today? Do you want to look at the modern list, Pioneer, Legacy, or the all side? Want some old cards in your life, or you want to do new cards? We can do modern, legacy, vintage, modern, legacy, Pioneer, or all everything. It's Friday. The choices. I'm just gonna bump over to the stock desk here, hit the refresh button. Usually there's gonna be another weekly winners. Normally we get that on Friday. If it's not out yet, it'll be out at 9:30, and then we cover it on Monday. But the last couple of times we've done this, it's been a little behind, but that's okay. You guys may have to just check it on Monday. We might have to check it on Monday. It's okay. Johan loves them old cards. All right. Me too, buddy. Let's do it. Let's go down the legacy list for Johan here today. Can't help myself. My favorite list. Let's do it. Got the old cards, the legacy list, all lists. Oh man, these are good. Let's do it. Legacy list. It's got to be. Bayou coming in at number 1 today. The Bayou is up 41%. I don't know. It seems interesting. $350 gain for a card from Unlimited. The black green dual land. Man, can you get this on sale right now in Commander? It's a great time to pick it up. If it's new to Magic, just know that there's a cheaper version that you can always get in the revised edition. That one's only 432 bucks, so it's a little cheaper. This white border staple dual land right now set you back a couple of bucks, and seen a little bit of poke up in price. If we look at the chart here, let's just bring it up and pull it back just for you folks to look at. Every time like something in Magic, like a new brew, and it's interesting to watch, eh? It's great to watch in Magic when a deck of a new color sort of takes over, gets popular, like a new set comes out, how it affects the Magic card land prices, especially in Commander. Like a new awesome Golgari Commander hits, that's when we can see something like this happening. But the Bayou over time, like it did see a big price spike right around here. That's 2018 and a half. Halfway through 2018, we did see a spike in the price of Bayou. In the unlimited version, and I don't know, I was watching this, and I did pick a copy up for I think 600. And this price spike actually put it all the way up. What did it go to? A couple thousand? Yeah, 22,000. This was some price manipulation. It was only up there for a hot minute. Brody panicked, bought one for 600, and then like boom, right back down again. So like that's kind of like to give you an idea how long Brody's been at this. That's like I actually remember that, right? Like it's kind of interesting. Not to say it's a bad card, but like you're a few years younger when you see this thing pop up to 2,000. You go, what's going on? Twiddler's in the house. The Twiddler is in the house. How you doing, man? Popular decks using this? Let's check it out. I like the Nick Fit deck. When I was playing this, when I went to build it in Legacy, I really realized why it was so good, and that's like the Allurin deck right here. Legacy Elves is playing it, of course. That's every time we get a better, new, bigger, better Elf commander, we're gonna see the the attraction towards the Bayou get even stronger. It's a great card. I love the Bayou. So Legacy Elves is running it. Ad nauseum Tendrils. Ever played against? Oh, Ad nauseum Tendrils. Oh, huh. That's a deck I've never played, but I've lost to plenty. And then of course Allurin. That's the deck that we did build. So Bayou, seeing him bump up in prices, top of the movers and the shakers here this morning. Trying to put together a weekly show that might be fun. Once the holidays pass, I'm going to get more involved. I slept through the round table last night. Okay, that's all right. We're all sort of feeling it, right? I feel ya. Differentiate yourself and refining your show. I do like the Twiddler show. It's very good. It's inspirational. It's fun. It's a good time. I'm just gonna turn on some chatteroo for you folks here because it's getting good. It's getting good in the chat. It's got people here. We got the Twiddler in the house. Holy smokes. Thanks for joining us and taking us with you today. It's Friday. It's December the 16th, 2022. I got my buddy Johan Matuzzi in the house. Time Capsule is here since the beginning, probably just on to the day. Dual Brain, Ed, what do you got cooking over your channel this morning? We're going to run over there after the hour is up. And we're going to run this list that includes Blue Sun Zenith. The Pro Tour is back. I don't know if you folks heard. And the Black Lotus package at Philadelphia. What package are you getting there? Brain's going, so he's going to go take another look. I think it's interesting that we're going to be using the props again. The props. This is why we want to do this list. The Brain Geyser, a brain card. That's right. You heard it here, folks. Brain Geyser, a brain card. This card's for you, Ed. The most thinkingest man in the game. Up on number 2 on the list. Up 44%, $92. The Brain Geyser, what edition are we? The Unlimited. Okay. FYI, if you're new to Magic, there is a cheaper version. I always got to tell you folks that if there's a cheaper version, then you should know about it. You don't have to run out and get this one for $299, but it would sure feel good, wouldn't it? News. Okay, tonight is the Twiddler is running a flagship game. If you want to see myself, Mrs. Twiddler collaborate, that sounds amazing. Let's check it out. I like it. Mrs. Alfonso did a couple of shorts, pack openings over here on the channel. It's a lot of fun, and I look forward to it, Twiddler. If I can make it, I will definitely be there. I got the notification bell. I'm gonna have to hit that. Turn that notification bell on so we don't miss a thing. Let's check it out. $299. Let's look at the chart on the brain card. Always love a good brain card. Again, let's just mention, like, speaking of the reserve list. We're waiting to see where these prices are going to go. Look at this, just like a great card, just a stable card moving left to right for all these years, 2012 to 2020, 8 years of just like east-west movement. Then like some buyouts on the reserve list from 2020, 2021, and then like boom, now we just been kind of coasting, right? This thing has been kind of trickling down. So I think this card and every other card in Magic for the next little while, we're going to have either some volatility due to price discovery and these reserve list reprints, dare I say it, hitting the market. And then cards like this that are playable. Like this is a great card. It's playable. It's playable in old school. That's what really I find interesting about this card. But let's see what decks they have playing it here. Commander. See, there's no mention of old school on this entire site. They don't even acknowledge it. You don't exist. My I hate to say it, but like I identify as an old school player. Nobody cares about the old school player on this site. Nope, no, they don't. Never heard of one. But that's okay. This is a commander card. I know where it goes, and I know where people are fond of it. Old school players, it's great. It's in the deck. It's one of the few mass card draw spells that you can have access to in old formats. But the Nekazar deck, the High Artificer deck, the Urza deck is playing it. What's like what deck do we want to look at? Let's look at a deck here playing the Geyser. What do we want to look at? The Urza Lord High, the Valdric, Astral Archmage, Kark, the Themlis. Frick, that guy's funny, hey? Kark, no thumbs. Poor guy. Lost his finger. And who else? Arami, the Dead Tide. Kinnan, Bonder, Prodigy, Silver Queen. I want to see Urza. Let's see how's Urza rocking the Brain Geyser, right? Let's see. Urza Lord High. T Freezy just picked himself up a copy of the Urzas. So let's take a look at this. Urza Affinity. So X is 0 when it's, or X is whatever it is when it's on the stack. So how does that work with Urza? What happens if we flip a Brain Geyser off the Urza? That might not be productive. That might be counterproductive, but nonetheless, when Urza Lord High enters the battlefield, get a constructy creature. This creature gets 1/1 for each artifact you control. Shuffle your library, then exile the top card until end of turn. You may play that card without paying its mana cost. So that doesn't seem very good with Brain Geyser. If you flip a Brain Geyser off the top with Urza. Ah, yes. Welcome to the spicy comment section. I wish the charts would go back to when they were printed. Yeah, I do too. Richie Dubs, how you doing? taking us with you this morning on your adventures. This is going to be like I was saying earlier to the folks just tuning in, going to be the last episode of Morning Magic Stocks and Talks for the year. That's right. I quit. I got fired. I got my layoff slip. I got my walking papers. I got my see you laters. I got a little stuff to do for the holidays. We're going to spend it with friends and family. I hope you do too. We'll be back in the new year. Probably going to bring you some recorded content over that time and maybe a little bit of game store coverage. Going to go have a couple of games with Garen Jotter. So thanks for everybody for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a really good couple of days doing the Magic Stocks. Have you enjoyed the show? Do you want me to keep doing it? Should I pack it up, hang it in for the new year? That's it. Quit, throw it. It's all over. That was one and done. If you like the show, we're going to keep on rolling in the new year. Pick it up after the first week in January. Thanks for everybody for all the peace, love, and support. And to you, the fans of Magic the Gathering, for without you, there is no show. To the stock charts, we must go. Merry ho ho ho. All right, we're doing this list, the legacy list today for Johan. Vendors selling it, decks using it, sold out in stores, $150. How much for a graded copy? You got a copy of this for sale over at your store, Dual Brain? Because it looks like it's sold out everywhere. ABU Games. Yeah. You can find it on eBay for 300 and change. That's probably why it's seen a poke up in price. It's cleaned out. This card's been bought out a few times. Love it. Birds of Paradise. Oh, another dual land. Before we cover this land, I gotta mention you can't cast days off of Badlands. You can't. It will never be as good as a blue land, but because the fact that it's not an island, you can't cast days off it. That's okay. In a Rakdos deck, Nekuzar. I think Nekuzar would like the Badlands. Let's take a look. Badlands coming in today at $17.75. You can get a copy of Badlands here in your collection. The old staple reserve. What version have we got here? Again, unlimited. Disclaimer, as I like to say. Disclaimer, and full Lion Tamer. There is a cheaper version from Revised. $3.99, about half the price. These dual lands, like I think we're gonna see them come down. Like, what have you got your eye on? If you guys want to just like hold up and watch these prices for the next little while, like let's see, like how is this gonna go? Like a little tick up, a little softening in price between 2019 and 2020, and then a little tick up again in price. And here we go. So like how much softening are we gonna get on the Badlands? If it's the land you've always wanted, maybe just like hold on a little longer. We're gonna see things change. Tom Mitchell's here. Hey, Tom. Thanks for joining us, taking us with you here today. Appreciate you having you on the channel. Hey, Tom. Tom says I get a break. So, to everybody who wants me fired, suck on it. Tom says I'm on break. It's good. No, thanks, Tom. All right. Cool. Yeah, good feedback. You know, it's amazing what drives a person doing in this sport, you know, as an amateur. It's really the viewers that tell me what to do. So let's keep going. The Reanimator deck, of course, right? Reanimator deck in Legacy is gonna love the Badlands. You know, there's like a whole I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna there's an underground faction. There is an entire underground faction of Legacy Reanimator players. And if you mess with them, you're going to hear about it. I'm serious. Like, Reanimator is a meta group. Seriously. Go to MTG Paper Legacy. The Reanimator players, like, it's a serious, like, there's like targets. Like, when targets change in Reanimator, it affects a whole meta pool of players. It's really pretty cool. And this card, the Badlands, is like a backbone of the Reanimator deck. It is. See how it even includes white now? I guess we're going to see what's in it. What's the white one that we're reanimating? Grizzlebrand, the Archon of Cruelty, and I think, yes, the Iona. What do we got here? As it enters, choose a color. Your opponents can't cast spells of the chosen color. Oh, Correct. Right? I've seen things played in Reanimator, everything from Elish Norn and the one that makes all your opponent's first spells cost one more, and the Djinn Illuminatus. So like these Reanimator targets do rotate depending on the metagame, and like that really becomes a thing when it black or red is strong. It affects the price of these dual lands. Let's keep going. Reanimator players, welcome to the channel. Reanimate something this just reanimate something this Friday night. Bring it back from the graveyard. You'll love it. It's good. Birds, the birds of paradise. It feels nice to cover the birds of paradise. So nice, I cover it twice. Let's do it. This one here from Unlimited, I love it. You know why? It's so neat because it says tap on it. I want to get one of these birds. I have the oldest bird I have. It says it has a tap symbol. So that's pretty cool. Wear the elf hat? Freaking done. You don't even have to ask twice. I'll wear the elf hat. Yeah, it's Christmas, man. I'm good. I'll be good. All right. So, back on target. Birds of Paradise. The oldest one I have doesn't have a say tap on it. I want a Birds of Paradise for Christmas. Only a Birds of Paradise will do. No crocodiles or pygmy hippopotamuses. I want to know where my Birds of Paradise is. This one says tap on it. This is the older one, Unlimited, right? This card's been reprinted so many times, but it's been reprinted with a tap symbol. So this one kind of gets special. Let's see if there's an even older version here. What do we got? Choices. Let's go. 8th edition. The 7th edition is like the king of foils because it's $3,419. Check through your collection. If you have this, be nice to it. And we want to see the beta version. We do. Beta version. Beta. This one's super cool too. Super cool and fragilistic. This one says tap as well. This one's expensive as all holy hell. Moly. Whoa. $4,595. So if you want a Birds of Paradise that says tap on it, it's going to cost you a boat, a truck. See the 7th edition has the tap symbol. A boat, a truck, or 282. Price history on this card. It's a pretty stable card for a card that's been reprinted, and this is like one of the backbones of the arguments that, you know, the reserve list doesn't matter. Look at the price of these old cards like birds. Yeah, okay. Well, I still like the reserve list. Can't help it. All right. Birds of Paradise, pretty interesting card, pretty stable card, even though it's been reprinted a lot of times. It's a neat case study for Magic Gathering card prices. Played in Modern, played in Commander, played in Legacy, played in all kinds of awesome formats. Love it. Check it out. Birds, the birds. What's the most popular deck? Yawgmoth. Is that even? Oh yeah. Yawgmoth. Where's the Yawgmoth? This guy, Thran Physician. Oh, it's protection from Umans. Pay a life, sack another creature, put a -1/-1 on target creature, draw a card, discard a card, proliferate. Interesting. I love it. Who else we got here? Have a decent limited one, ungraded. Oh, really? The oranges won't allow it. Have a good time. Let's see. School's canceled. Coach says school is canceled. He's going to play in the snow with the boys so the Mrs. Coach could get some work done. Can't wait for the New Year episode. We miss you already, Brody. Oh, thanks, buddy. You enjoy the holidays with the boys. I mean, go make a snow fort or something. Like that's like we're the ultimate. Cool. Thanks for being here and taking me along for the ride. It's been awesome. It's Friday. It's December 16th. It's 2022. Where are you and what are you up to? It's like a holiday list of giving and gifts. The guy has cradles on here too. These are all cards that Brody's fond of. The Gaia's Cradle, the legendary land, the one that taps for mana of green color for one for each creature you control. Whoa, smokes. Tap to add 1 green mana for each Prime 406 in the chat. Where are we here? Prime. Glad to have you with us here today. Prime, do you have a wrench? Have I wrenched you, Prime? Prime, are you wrenchy? I gotta ask, did anybody get a wrench over there to Prime? Prime time! Let me know. I do have to wrench a few people here before the holidays. But let's check out this Gaia's Cradle. Let's take a look at the price here. It's going to be drifting left to right for the next little while. If you want a copy, I would suggest waiting. There's going to be deals in the new year. So I've said this before. Now let me just reiterate. If there's one point that I can make in all seriousness, I've got my serious face on, my serious hat on, my serious elf on, face on, and everything. So we've been doing this show for like a month, right? I've been looking at these charts for a while, okay? We're going to wait a while. This is what I saw happen the last time shenanigans in struggles have happened. Stores, and we've already seen evidence of this, stores have closed the buy list once, and then they've reopened it. But when stores start closing buy lists and players stop buying new product, here's what's going to happen. Prediction. Here's Brody's call. Here's Brody's put. Here, you want putting it on the line for the new year, just for you folks to. So I got my serious hat on and everything. So here's what's going to happen. Players are going to reject these new products. Okay, they're going to reject a bunch of product, and Wizards is going to try desperately to make sales. Now, the way they're pitching products, they're like not pitching it to the main player base. They're pitching niche products to individuals so that they'll like pick up a couple, and the individuals who are like oblivious to the noise that's going on in the mainstream part of the game. So that's what they're hoping on. It's like we've spread enough seeds to like these niche player bases that have like these individual card, you know, uh, likings for certain cards, certain secret layers, certain sets that may not follow mainstream Magic news, but like there's products for them. So we're counting on those to have enough of those sales to make up enough of the market share so that like the main player base, which we've disappointed, it doesn't affect our bottom line, but it does. So when people stop buying new products, stores are gonna hurt. They're gonna suffer the most. They really are. But like you got to take a consideration which stores. So like the local game store, the small ones, unfortunately, they're going to hurt the most and they're going to feel it. And those are the ones that are probably going to hit closest to home. But the big ones, the box stores, like the the, the bigger ones, the ones that are like when you go and check out their showcase, you're like, they have all the cards and I have none. You ever like, it almost seems like greed, right? When you walk into some of these card stores and they're not even like, they're just dealing cards, right? Like strictly dealing cards. So if you're a player and you're getting cards off of a card dealer and you're looking at their case and you're like, man, the guy's got all the copies of Bazaar of Baghdad. I wish the price was cheaper because then I could get one. And they just sit back and they're like, ha ha ha, yes, I do. I have all of the copies. No, you want one? It's going to cost you a fortune. So once they have to start paying rent and their sales slow down, if they're not diversified into other products and other streams of income, and Magic is like not pushing their bottom line, they're going to have to start giving sales on old cards because those are like part of their inventory. So the last time this happened, we started seeing like high end, super high end sales. So like wait for the big stores to have super high end sales. And then it's coming. And then once they do, those cards are going to start moving back into the hands of players from the big stores who have large numbers of inventory of these really expensive cards. There's also going to be cards like getting hucked on eBay to people trying to get cash right now, maybe try and buy back later. That's another, like, people just panic selling. Time to sell a Black Lotus. Oh God, everything's going down. Get something for it. So there's that. But if you're like in the game for a while, if you're not quitting, if you haven't quit already and you're looking at some of these cards and you want to get a couple copies, like, just wait it out. There's going to be some high end sales. People are going to have to pay rent and we're going to pick them up on discount. And then what's going to happen? We're going to see how long this is going to last. And then, like, the stores are going to, then the prices of all those cards are going to go up because the stores are going to be short on inventory. Okay. And that's when Wizards is going to say, I gotcha. That's when the gotchas come in. Okay, that's when the other shoe's gonna drop, and we're gonna toy with the idea of more reprints. Okay, so that's my pick and my call, and you can push the replay. MTG Gaming Bob's in the house. That's my call for the year. Okay, love you. Let's go down this list. MTG Gaming Bob in the year. That's Brody's take for the year. I'm telling you. I got my elf hat on. I'm serious here. Serious face. If I've done one thing this year, that's what I've done. I put this awesome hat on. Morning, Michael Superbacker. Hey, thanks for joining us. All will be well now that Michael, the man of the hour who's got my back, Team Superbacker, MTG Gaming Bob. Thank you for joining here today, Bob. It means a lot to have you with us here on the channel, taking us with you on your adventures today. Brody just put his 2 cents in the bucket, my take on the market for the year, as this is going to be the last episode of Morning Magic Stocks and Talks for 2022 as we head into break season. Tom Mitchell's put me on break. So despite what you want to say, if Karen's out there and Karen wants to speak to my manager about getting me to work during the holidays, she can take it up with Tom Mitchell. Unless Karen's packing a guy's cradle, we're just gonna refer her to the complaint section. Candelabra of Tawnos. Here's an amazing card. It's up 2 points. Haven't seen it on the list for a while. $17. Here's a card that, like, if I could get more of these. It's weird. Like, if you want to buy out a card, it's like you got to pick something that's a little bit odd and not mainstream, like the Moat or the Candelabra. This is a card for $1,000. It's coming into the holidays. The fish is in the house. Fishman, glad to have you on the ultimate episode of the year. Nice hat. This is the coach has got me an elf gear today. Wishing you guys happy holidays. It's really cool. This is my holiday garb. I'm getting ready to duck out for the weekend. It's Friday, right? It's Yabba Dabba Doo Day. We're doing it. Okay, let's check it out. Who else we got? Let's check out the Candelabra. I like it. This card is a card that I think I started taking notice of it when it was around $600, and it didn't see a whole lot of price movement up until then. Like, over here, going back all the way to 2011, this card has been very stable, right? And like the Cloud Post deck really sort of gave it some attention. And I don't know, when did the Cloud Post get printed, but the Cloud Post deck give it a little bit of attention, right? Makes this card popular, and every time there's a land that works well in the Cloud Post deck, like if we see Vesuva type land or Thespian Stage type land, or if we see another post like that taps for mana, I can't wait. I hope we see a post. Give me some more posts. This thing going up and then a poke up. I don't know what pushed it here, but that's right around 2021. The Candelabra, the Titans, perhaps. The Titans, right? We got Kaldheim. Perhaps. Deck's using it. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Commanders playing the Candelabra. And then Vintage. Blue Tinker plays it. Let's check out the Tinker list. The playing copy of Candelabra. Grixis Combo. Combo Brewer. Yes, Time Capsule, you made it to a great episode. Say hello to everybody. We're wishing each other well wishes for the new year. I hope Santa's good to you. Bolus the Citadel, that's so busted. To tinker for this thing, man. It's also got, did we see a Candelabra in here? Where's the Candelabra? Mox thing, Mox that, Mox this, Mox them, Mox What is it? Mox Rube, Mox Saf, Mox Key, Moxadoodle. All the Moxes. I don't see it in this copy. Maybe no, but we're gonna see it in the Cloud Post deck. It works well with this. It's funny how like don't go to this site to learn to play Magic. I'll tell you, they're missing a lot of tech. It's full of commander cards in the legacy list, and like you're gonna go wrong. So we need the discussion, right? This doesn't even show up, right? Doesn't even show up on the decks using it. Here's a card. This is what we use this. I'm gonna tell you what what that site won't. I'm gonna tell you what this site won't. How about that? This is where it's played. The candlestick with posts, right? From Mirrodin. We love Mirrodin, the artifact. Or I think we're going back to Mirrodin, right? Or what was Mirrodin. Cloud Post enters tap. Tap, add one colorless for each locus on the battlefield. And locus is this land type that we're playing. So it goes well with the Cloud Post. And then there's all other and then you're like, well, look, Brody, how many locusts are there? Like there can't be that many. There's only one. Well, there's the Glimmer Post. Let's check that out. There's another type of locust. This one gives you land, right? This one gives you life. This locust here. This one's the life gaining locust. Enters the battlefield untapped, and it gains a life for each locust on the battlefield. It counts your opponent's locusts. So, you know, you want to be running the Cloud Posts that taps for multiple mana, the Vesuva card that copies it. And like if we ever get like if you can't play the candelabra, there's a Magus of the candelabra. So if you're new to Magic and you want to know what the alternatives for this card is, it's this guy, Magus of the candelabra. Okay, this guy's $1. He's got the same effect on him. Tap X and untap X target lands. Right? Here's a 1/2 creature that does the same thing. You can't search it up like a tinker, but you can get the sort of the same effect if you're building commander deck and you want the candelabra. So we've got like a bunch of candelabras, Ulamog, Marlin. What are they using in with Ulamog? Are they putting the Vesuvas? Yeah, Ancient Tomb. Do they have the cloud posts? I guess it doesn't make sense to do it with posts in Commander, right? You're just what are you playing? One post? That's terrible. I'm playing one post. Yeah, right? Not so good. Not so hot. What are you playing in Commander? That's what Brody's playing. I'm playing one post. Nice, nice, nice. Cute. I love it. Well, it's a good time. Moxman! Moxman's in the house. Hey, hey. Morning, Moxman. Thanks for joining us. We're having a little Magic Talks, a little Magic Stocks, and a little MTG Moxman. Thanks for joining us. I want to wish you peace, love, and happiness to you and your fam, the Moxman family, for the new year. This is the last episode of Magic Stocks for the year. So we're taking a break. Tom Mitchell's put me on timeout. I appreciate you checking out the channel here this morning. We got everybody in the house here. Really want to wish you folks a really cool day. Really cool day. Holy smokes. Was not expecting that. Nice to see you. Well, you made my holidays, so thanks so much. Thanks so much, Moxman, for joining us here today. Let's do a couple of cards, all right? We're running the vintage list, the movers and the shakers list. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. We just covered Gaia's Cradle. We hit the candelabra. Lich. Okay, it's a black card on the list. Got to do it. Got to check it out. Okay, let's check out. Let's check it out. Check out the Lich card. They're gonna fix their name. Oh, let's throw some wrenches up. I gotta give a wrench out to the Moxman. I also gotta give a wrench out for Prime. Prime needs a wrench. Patron, Prime, 406. You get the wrench. There we go. Guys got wrenches for Christmas. I did it. Hooray. Ha ha. Thanks, guys. Let me just fix the chat here. We got all the folks in the house for joining us. We're going to cover the Lich card. We're looking at the Hasbro stock price, the price of the Lich card here, and decks using it. Folks, Morning Magic Stocks and Magic Talks. This card's $270. Unfortunately, there isn't another printing of it outside of Unlimited. It's too bad. I'm going to fix myself up a little extra coffee, and we're going to dive into this card and any of the decks using it. I thought Sholdred would be like a good build with it. So, it turns out that it loops with Sholdred. I don't know how good it is, but let's take a look at this card. Let's pull back the chart. It's seen a little bit of price action here going back all the way to 2012. That's what we have, hey? So seems pretty stable. A card that doesn't really do too much up until we get to 2021. A little bump up in price here at 2018, and then a little east-west action once again. It's just rolling over here to 2021. Then a tick up in price, right? Around 2021, Kaldheim come out, and then now it's kind of reached a new plateau, sitting at the $270. It's a card that never got reprinted after Unlimited. Like, we never saw it in Revise. It was like all the one of those cards that we were hoping to see with dual lands, right, in your box of goodies. Unfortunately, we didn't, right? So the Lich card was kind of a sleeper card. Like, nobody was really playing mono well, people were playing mono black, but nobody was really building a Lich deck or an enchantment deck, hey? So it's interesting to see this card and what it's got for history. What are the decks using it? Let's check decks using it. What do we got here? We got Progenitus Commander deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Commander decks. Hey, my cousin Jimmy. Thanks for joining us and taking us with you on the channel today. If you got us in your pocket, if you got us on the dash, if you got us in maybe on the kitchen counter next to the coffee pot, wherever you brought Brody today, I want to thank you for having me with you. It's December 16th. We are checking out the stock prices. We've got all kinds of folks in the house joining today. It's a great day. It's Yabba Dabba Doo time. It's Friday, right? We're waiting to slide down the dinosaur's tail, just like Mr. Fred Flintstone, right? That's what I'm doing. Progenitus, Sliver Queen, Keza, Augur of Agonies, Ramses, Assassin Lord, and Urtai resurrected. Not a whole lot of decks running the Lich, but like, what cards does it work well with? I thought it works Sheoldred. What happens when we use this with Sheoldred? Doesn't this like oh, wrong Sheoldred. Sheoldred. Sheoldred the Apocalypse, right? That's the one. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So what happens here with Sheoldred and the Lich card? Whenever you draw, you gain. Whenever your opponent draws, they lose. So you get to do you get to pick your whole deck up? It enters the battlefield, you gain life. You lose, yeah. When it enters the battlefield, you lose life equal to your life total. So you don't lose the game for having 0 life. You lose your life total. If you would gain life, draw that many cards instead. Whenever you're dealt damage, sacrifice that many non-token permanents. Maybe it just decks yourself and you die. So bad things happen with Sheoldred or good things happen? Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. You got to use it to make your opponent draw a card. I think it just kills you. You want to get some waffles this morning? That sounds like a good idea. Darn. So the Lich card, it's coming in on the list. Psionic Blast, the blue card. Johan Matuzzi's joining us today too, from Sweden. We've got people from all over the world taking Brody all over the world here this morning. I love it. Thanks, Time Capsule. Burger King is Buster Burger King. Psionic Blast, the blue burn card. This is a neat card, and it's an interesting study case, considering like this card was a card that's not reprinted and revised as well. And we thought it was going to be on the reserve list, but it never ended up being a reserve list card. It's been reprinted in some interesting versions, including a borderless version. Oh yeah, and the 30th anniversary version. Hooray. Time shifted, printed it again. But where's the one? This one. This is the one that yeah, this is the one that was reprinted first. This promo, this textless promo, which is pretty darn cool, right? So we got Alpha Beta Unlimited and then no printings of this card until this version. And that's what kept the Psionic Blast price pretty strong. Now the unlimited version sitting at 75 bucks, and holy smokes, is it still used? Like it's popular. Wow, all right. Deals 4 damage to any target but 2 damage to you. At instant speed, this blue burn spell, it's kind of a cool card that can surprise opponents. If you can like 4 damage, if you can snapcaster it, it's 8. That's a lot. Like if you're playing if you're playing like an Is It Burn deck, I mean, why not throw a copy of this uncommon in there? 4 damage to any target, 2 damage to you. It's trending down, and the original price is for this unlimited is like original copy is 75 bucks, but there's a whole lot of other cheaper versions of it. Decks using it. Ravika the Wizard Savant. Oh man, cool. Get to check this out. There's one deck using it by Anonymous, Hip Hop Anonymous, by the Pingy Boys. Ravika, Wizard Savant. Ravika does 2 damage to target creature or player and does not untap during your untap phase. So, like, they're playing this with the blue burn card to tap her and do 2. And there's got to be something in here that untaps of Ravika. Oh, tell me there is. Draw a card, then discard a Pedo Alchemist, untap target artifact or creature, Ornithopter. So this is like untap target permanent. Okay, activated as a sorcery. Counter target spell. Yeah, I guess so. Counter target spell. Oh, look at the little disruptive student, eh? All these cool cards that we get to play with Ravika the Wizard Savant. Pingy boys. So boys that ping, right? It's played in the ping deck. Interesting thing to ping. Well, folks, we got one more card to do. We're going to check the stock test and see if there's any news over there. New cards, new articles. Anything new? Anything new from these folks? Not a darn thing. Sorry. That's okay. We're moving on down the movers and the shakers list today. Hellfire, that's a heck of a card. Let's take a look at this. All non-black creatures are destroyed. Does X plus 3 damage to you. X is the number of creatures placed in the graveyard. Whoa. A Legends card. Is any decks playing this? Destroy all non-black creatures? It deals, so it's 5 mana, 3 black and 2, deals X damage. What? Plus 3 to you, where X is the number of creatures that died this way. Ah. Destroy all non-black creatures and then just kill everything. Later Prime. Off to the premiere. In fact, my time is up. We are well past the hour. It is time to check over at the Dual Brain channel here this morning. I'm wishing you all happy holidays. Brody's going to be checking out of here for the weekend. I really appreciate you guys and girls for tuning in on the channel. It's been a real slice. Thanks, everybody. We're going to head over. I'm heading over to the Dual Brain channel to watch the premiere coming up. So that should be a lot of fun. If you guys are planning any holiday festivities, you're more than welcome to hit up some of my other videos. I'll probably be bringing you folks some recorded videos. I asked my dog what 2 minus 2 is, but he said nothing. So let's head off for the day. It's Yabba Dabba Do time, morning little talks and magic stocks with your host Brody. Thanks again. Oh, the Moxman is back. The Moxman is back. Let's hit this. Let's hit the comment section. Oh yes, the Moxman needs a break too, right? Yeah, you deserve it. Brain, you taking a break this holiday? You know? Work sucks. I need a break for a few. Dubs, thanks for all your input, your involvement in the channel, the comment section. I really got a special thank you to you. It's been a real pleasure this past month having you tune in and spending time here this morning, taking me with you. Alan Cahoon, thanks a bunch. You're the best. Michael Superbacker, a man with a heart of gold. I appreciate you. You were here for the very first Morning Magic Stocks, and I can't thank you enough. You made my day special that day, and you've carried me through each and every day ever since. Brody is the man. Prime, you're the man. Check out Prime 406 if you like heavy metal music. That's the place to be, and a lot of people do. You want to check out some hardcore pack openings, and I mean like some good hits and some really heavy music. If you like that kind of thing, and you know what, sometimes the mood is right, you need a little bit of something heavier in your life, I would check out the heavy, hard-hitting channel, Prime 406 game. It's an awesome channel. Alan Cahoon, Cousin Jimmy, everybody who's just come to join in, and thank you all for joining life with me. The Moxman's in the hat. Warms my heart. That's my Christmas present. Thanks, Mox. Appreciate you. Dual Brain is in the house. And guess what? The Dual Brain shirts are going out today to Mr. DJ Longhair. Mr. DJ Longhair, if you're watching, these getting shipped today. So hopefully they make it your way for Christmas. You got the official, unofficial Brody shirt and the official, unofficial Dual Brain shirt with a little surprise inside. That's coming to you, Mr. DJ Longhair, the host of the Round Table on Thursdays. Let's do it. Go get some waffles. Off to the premiere.